Good evening, everyone. I'm back. We're gonna play some Minecraft casual, no cam Sunday. Um, I tried to be here all weekend actually, and at the very last possible minute, I got tied up both times. I was gonna stream on Friday. I had everything set up. I was ready to go. I was about ready to hit go, and then I got called away, and then same thing happened last night as well. I was gonna stream, and then yeah, at the very last possible second, I was called away. So here I am. I had some ideas of something I wanted to do. I've been kind of thinking about it over the weekends, and I couldn't really come up with a really something that wasn't going to be overly complex. But make a concrete factory, because concrete's kind of nice thing to use, and but I was trying to think of ways to make, all the different colors, because concrete's actually kind of simple to make. It's just sand and gravel mixed together, and then you run it through some actual water in the world. It's not crafted with water, you actually put water over it somehow. You just make it touch water. And then it's also mixed with the dye before you solidify it. And I was trying to think if there was a way I could just, submit colors and have this factory be made. But there's so many different colors, I started thinking it's not kind of going to be as feasible as I thought. The pack did have some updates. I think it was just strictly pretty much Forge updating again, so there was actually an update that changed something. It looked like some things might be missing, but maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if anything's missing at all. So where are we with things? Yeah, we're getting a lot of things like bones and stuff like that. But yeah, so I know we were working on getting power over here, and I guess maybe we should finish that off. Fine, come inside. Really wish they'd stop coming in here. I wish you could designate not to go in here. Okay, so let's see. We've got this basic hookup. Now, like I say, I don't want to get lazy with this. I know we've got a cable that's running. Is it running all the way under here? Yeah, it is. We could potentially move that. So that can connect. I think if we connect it into this, it'll be fine. It shouldn't need the conversion then. Wonder if we can do that without blowing the cable though. This is kind of the bit I'm not certain about. Can you... Say be possible to run a connection like this. So if I broke this. If I connected that. Would that potentially blow the wire, you think? No, it does not blow the wire. I wonder why this gives a bigger number than that. Maybe that's the pull. Okay. Evening, Dark Omen. So let's see. Let's Basically, these universal cables can be used as a, basically like a transformer. They'll step down the power so it doesn't burn the wire. Right, so there's that, and then how do I want to run the internal connection? And ideally we want to hook it into the whole system. But right now even this was all temporary, kind of. Of course, part of me thinks, no. Well, part of me was thinking that we don't even really need this hooked in here once we've got the power station hooked in. It's kind of nice to have a backup, but we could just disconnect it and then this can feed that station entirely. Could be possible. Because otherwise, because over here, these batteries right here are the inputs. Everything here is the input. And we've got input coming from two sides of the building. Almost feels like it'd be better if it fed into one somehow. Weekend's been okay. It's been a pretty chill weekend. Not a lot going on. How's yours been? Huh. How do I want to do this? I don't want just like a mess of wires coming in and out of the building. Also, did my shaders change? They might have in the update. Light, and I think just raise that up. There we go. That's better. Yeah, it was looking a bit dark in here. I mean, it looks dark anyway, but yeah, that looks better. Had a planned event Saturday, but got canceled due to a tropical storm. Oh, that sucks. We could run all the power back here, maybe, and then feed it into the back of the building. I like the way it comes up to the river like that. Ow! Fuck me. Okay, that wire's a bit low. cut out the soil here. Cut out the soil, then can't reach up to it. We were gonna lower this down anyway. We were gonna lower this down probably. I mean, those pylons are gonna get moved eventually anyway. Kind of temporarily feeding the power over until we do it a bit more correctly. What the hell's in my inventory? Eh. Lot of shite, to be honest. When did I get this? Encyclopedia Mystica, Mystical World, first edition. Must have happened when the pack updated, maybe. Interesting. Put this. I'll just put this stuff up in my second inventory. Time begins. I still don't know why I have this axe. Or I have this nearly dead flint and steel. Oh yeah, because I was burning that down, that's why. As far as I know, nothing got changed. They just updated the forge that it was running on. I didn't see anything in the change logs when it updated. But yeah. I said none of the mods updated, just forge did, so. I don't know. Usually when that happens, though, they have to, like, re-download the whole pack, and then, you know, old settings get changed. I had to, like, reset the shaders to work right and everything. Which I've gotten fairly good at this point. Also, I don't know if it's my neighbors or somebody outside is being very loud. Maybe we just use the universal cable and run it to where it's getting fed in. I mean, I notice nobody's asking for, like, fishing rods and things. That's a bit unusual. Suddenly everyone's very quiet and has all their needs met. Swear to God, I keep taking those berries out and someone keeps putting them back in. We'll leave them to what they're doing. Is there an NPC that was stuck and not working? I mean, there's always one that's always stuck and not working, but I mean, I don't know if you mean specifically or not. I'm not really checking on them right now. Okay, so we can use that as kind of a weird transformer. Means we gotta rip up the floor though. I think if I use this axe, it's gonna like chop up the whole floor. Nope. Just worried that's gonna happen. Alright, well now I know what a use for this thing is. We're gonna do some rewiring here. This is cool, but we don't really need this anymore. I'm just in the way. over here or something. Minor? I mean, like, specific. I mean, what's the question on if he's stuck or not? Last I checked, he was working. I mean, a long time ago he got stuck, but I mean, he's been working since. I was just curious because usually the fisherman's always asking for a fishing rod, and they're not now. And when I did the last update, there were actually 2 over the weekend that were saying something about Forge, and then one of the updates like fixed a problem. But when I had updated, it had said sorry. It had said that like some voices were missing or something related to mine colonies. Nothing, like no real objects missing, but yeah, I don't know. This is gonna be kind of stupid rough right here. We're gonna have to like dig this out and then do it like this. I'm gonna try to run the cable under the floor and bring it over here. I don't know what this is, but it's terrible. I'd love to get to a point where I don't have to sleep anymore. Let's just be to ignore it. So yeah, we'll just bring the connection over here. It's gonna be a fair bit of cable. Maybe I should upgrade the cable. I don't know. Can always do that bit later, I guess. Okay, so I mean that's high voltage cable. We definitely don't want to let that come within reach. So we'll just have to use how am I gonna run that cable over there? It's gonna be a little bit gross looking, I guess. Let's see, so we're gonna have to set that right there. That should work. Damn it. All right. Should connect straight into there. Then I think again this looks a bit janky and I don't like it. This isn't insulated, so it's kind of gross. It's a semi-temporary solution. go. That should... Why is that draining? Why is that draining? Is it feeding back to the power station? Also, why is that cable outside? I think it's feeding back to the power station. Seriously, how did this get outside? I think it is. It's we're feeding back into the grid. That's not what we want. Right, we need to fix this. This should be an output somehow, and it's become an input. Yeah, it's getting fed. It's getting fed. This needs to be an output. Okay, that's draining now. Draining, but it's not draining very quickly. It's kind of the problem with the way we have this power set up, because we've got basically two different power sources, and we can't feed them along the same chain. Going up. Also, I realized this thing can only take in 1,000 at a time. It's not the best. It's not the best energy cell we've got to work with. Well, it's the one we've got now. Okay, well, I think that's working then. It's not losing power now. So hopefully it's feeding out into this network. So is my hope. We can actually change this. Damn it. Wrong axe. I literally meant to use that axe right there. Ugh, I don't like that low-hanging wire. Ugh, part of me is feeling like we need Applied Energistics sooner than later. Make crafting things a heck of a lot easier. Whole base is just kind of a mess right now. All exposed, but okay, well, we're getting power back. So maybe now would be a good time to get the power, the power sorting thing. I wonder if we can like do something that sends a signal. Like when the power gets to a certain level in the batteries, that maybe it can send a redstone signal and just feed out and tell the engine to kick on. So it's not just constantly flicking on to keep the batteries up. There should be a way to do it. Output redstone mode active. Input redstone mode active. What if I say active with signal? Okay, then it cuts. Yeah. It needs to be something we can like tell it to. When power gets below a certain level, turn the engine on. I'm sure there's something to do it, I'm just not sure what. I really don't want to have to babysit this motor. Alright. So we want to create some kind of drop-off chest over here that we can just like, we can bring seeds and produce in here and it just automatically get fed. I suppose what we could do is instead of just having a drop-off, we could just, I don't know, put like a hopper's, another chest in here. That'd be a bad thing to do. This did run a filter, didn't it? This was running a filter of beetroot seed. I mean, yeah, we could put other stuff. That might not be a bad idea. Let that turn off for the moment. We could also maybe put a timer on it. But we'd always have to know kind of what our power draw is. Well, we'll check on the miner. It's weird. Absolutely no one is making requests. She's doing stuff. Did I set him to work down here? At node 4? He's down here doing it, but I don't recall setting him to do it. Oh, no. 13. Oh, he is set to do it. Okay, that's fine. Let him. Okay, so yeah, let's go grab a chest. We can make it like maybe good for 2 chests, just in case, so it doesn't like fill up with one and not the other. Yes. Let's make a couple chests. Don't know why I had to come back here for that, but actually, barrels. Do we have ring barrels? Barrel doesn't look like. There's no mod that used to be like you could make barrels and they just hold a fucking ton of stuff. Well. So we'll have like one chest that's gonna receive seeds and another chest that's gonna receive produce. So like I say, the farmer's he's got way like he's producing so much the warehouse is just filling up with crap. We just don't need it. Might not hurt to get a chicken hut though. But yeah, I kind of want to. I'm trying to think about like how to do a concrete factory. I wanted to make one where, like I say, you could just like feed it dyes and it would make that color. But I think the way it's gonna have to work is just it's sort of like, you know, changing out the you know, like a filter on a machine. You have to like go in and just feed it a different dye and it'll start making it. Kind of the thought I'm having. We'll make the drop-off outside, actually. That might be better. This old chest. Do I have any more conduits on me? I don't, and I don't know if I have... yeah, we do. Let's see. How many do I have? I have 7. This will work. Maybe. So we can have like one drop off come up here. One drop off come up here. We gotta like annoyingly get down here and so yeah, this is gonna extract. Let's be active without signal. Same with this one. Now, ultimately, it's not going to matter what goes in. Now I gotta think, is this gonna screw up? No, it shouldn't screw up these, because these are already locked and filled in. So should be able to just close that off. And we'll upgrade these chests so they can hold more as well. And then we just need to go get what we can feed in and then update the filters. We won't fill it up entirely, but it's meant to be kind of like almost an excess power emergency drop off. It's like if we're running out of like fuel or whatever, we can just drop shit in there. Let's see, we've got a load of these seeds. We'll grab some of those, and I don't think wheat can go in. I think we've got carrots. What other? We don't really have a lot of anything, do we? We've got some carrots. And some potatoes. Surprisingly less than I thought. I might cut back. I might just stop him from growing beetroot. It's not necessary at this stage anymore. I mean, wheat's for the cows. We've got one row of carrots. Literally everything else is beetroot at the moment. And pineapple. Pineapple, we're not. The pineapple was a test. Can I'll take that out. Because I'm gonna change stuff around. Alright, this experiment's done. We know we can grow pineapple. Great. Let's change this up. Let's just completely change up this garden. For now, it's just gonna be potatoes and carrots. Just simple. We'll keep like a little bit of beetroot, but it's honestly not that necessary. We'll keep like a row of beetroot. It doesn't really cook, so that's why I'm eating beetroot myself. We have so much of it. It's not really that great for hunger. There. Let's see. We'll grow. Need to go get more potatoes. Poor farmer, he's tending his garden and I come in and destroy it. Hey, what you guys doing? It's weird how you just stand around doing nothing when I know there's probably something that needs done. I can see the miner standing over here. I bet he needs something that you guys could take care of. Let's see, what do you require? You need a pickaxe. That's weird. I see both the sawmill and the blacksmith not doing shit. They're just standing there like idiots. That'd be a great mod if it actually worked half the time. I don't know why I did that. Completely unnecessary. And we'll put the beetroot seed back in just because there's no begging for... I mean, they'll constantly like harvest and replant anyway. It won't all become beetroot, at least it shouldn't. Well, I guess the only excuse is maybe there's no iron left in the warehouse. If I find iron in the warehouse, I swear to God, you're both fired. Iron, but it's not that kind of iron. I'm gonna keep these potatoes on me, and we'll take the... those in. Well, let's see how the power holds up now. Still draining pretty quick. I'm wondering if this is working. This should be output. That's input. There we go, okay. That was the problem. Bottom of the battery wasn't set to input. So that's why it was feeding back into the grid. It was feeding back into the grid because of it was outputting from that battery. It means it was never receiving. Good. That means we shouldn't run out of power in here. So we'll have to keep greater care of the power that's in the factory. We might just have to leave that engine on. Some kind of timer, I don't know. It's gonna take a while. Okay, we'll let that run for a bit. And then we'll remember to give that iron back to the warehouse. You know. Okay, right now it's only set to receive. So actually, if I put this in here, it shouldn't go anywhere, right? No, it's not good. It has nowhere to actually go. Same with these seeds. So they're not getting pulled because they have nowhere to go. Filters are holding them. This, we can say you get seeds. Yep, seeds. And here. This can receive the potatoes. And it's getting the potatoes. Just top this off. We've also got an emergency barrel of fuel as well. In case we really end up hurting. Like I say, it really doesn't matter which chest I put this in. The only reason I'm kind of splitting it is kind of for filling reasons. So if I just start like dumping a bunch of stuff in here, I don't want like one chest to just like, you know, if suddenly we're just low on seeds and I've shoved a bunch of veg in there, I don't want like a chest that's just full of veg and I've got nowhere to put seeds. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter which chest it goes in. It'll go to the right spot. You can close. Yeah, that's gonna be like our bio produce drop off for extra fuel. I want to make more of those capacitor banks, but holy crap, I don't want to actually go down and have to like get those grains of infinity again. It's kind of annoying. Let's see. This is actually, these two are the slowest machines. Because you know what you're doing, you have no idea. I vaguely know what I'm doing. I mean, we could potentially automate it even a little bit better down the line. Actually, I'm going to give a half stack to the warehouse and keep a stack for myself. That's my cut. Right. Yes. That should last a few pickaxes now. He's probably got to remake the request. Things aren't happening. Literally, that's what I have you two assholes for, and none of you are actually doing it. Cancel and remake your request. At least he went to work. He's doing his job. Alright, good. Please tell me you ate real food and aren't just gonna be back. Yeah, I actually almost don't like it that they're not making requests for stuff, because now I can't tell if they need something. Oh well. At this point, they're becoming halfway superfluous. Alright. So, a concrete factory. We're gonna need a couple things for this. I need to decide where. I was debating on where to put it. So I don't know if I want to put it all the way over there in the industrial sector where I'm just going to run this power cable all the way over there for that. I'm thinking of keeping it over here near the power factory. We could put it right over here. Just cut this, clear this out. It shouldn't be very big. I mean, I wouldn't think. Famous last words, right? Keeping what? I don't know. Did I say keeping? I might have. I zoned out. Alright. So... concrete powder is essentially what we're making. Keeping the concrete factory next to the power grid. That's the plan. So to make all these kinds of concrete powder is fairly simple. It's just sand, concrete, and a dye. Getting the sand and concrete's not gonna be too hard because we can essentially just make another igneous extruder and then feed igneous extruders into either a crushing factory or like say into two pulverizers. Kind of like what we would do on like Project Ozone, where I'd have a pulverizer next to a pulverizer. Something like that. And then just have one slightly upgraded pulverizer and then have it constantly just feeding in to make the concrete mix. And then we'll just have like a table. We'll have like an auto crafting table. And then we'll just have to like, I guess, manually feed the dyes. I thought about having like a chain for each individual dye. And then you could just like, you know, put a drop off somewhere and it would feed the dyes everywhere. But you would need a crafting table for every single color there is. And I mean, maybe we could do it. Might be possible, actually. What does an auto crafter cost? I guess that's the question. There's warehouse crafting, there's H automation, there's simple crafter. It's not so simple, is it? RF Tools has a crafter. It's fairly cheap, actually. Batch crafter. Basic infusion crafter. The RF Tools one might be. It's crafting monitor, that's not it. Crafty turtle. The book listed. I think Mechanism had one, but I'm not sure that's the one we want to use. So there's Mechanism, let's see. Power of Nature. Guess that's a barrel right there we could try to make. Doing the job for me. This is it. What is this called? Formulaic Assembler. Very simple RF auto crafter. Materials can be inserted manually or through pipes. to its internal buffer. For the formula consumer to craft anything, it needs a crafting formula inserted into it. So yes, it can craft only one thing at a time. You can set up the recipe in the formula, put in the crafting formula, and encode the pattern. You get a crafting formula. Ha. How expensive is this thing? Kind of expensive. What about RF tools? I've never messed with RF tools before at all, ever. I don't know if it covers that. Like screens, elevators. Elevator would be cool. Destination. This is all stuff for making your own worlds. Or if you want to teleport things. User. Crafter tier 1. Sure. This machine can handle up to 2 recipes at once. It allows the recipes to use the crafting results on previous steps. Wait. It can handle up to 2 recipes at once and allows recipes to use the crafting result of the previous step. Oh, I see what it's talking about. So you could, like, chain it. So it could be like a cyclic. There's the tier 2 that does 4 recipes, and this does 8. What would this cost? Previous tier. Previous tier. These things don't actually seem that expensive. It's a machine frame cost quite cheap. You know what? If we can do this with like one freaking crafter, that would be amazing. I mean, even just a couple crafters and not like however many colors there were. So what did we need? We needed 4 iron, some lapis, and 2 gold nuggets. Machine frame, and 2 redstone torches and 2 crafting tables. If I have enough wood. I don't know what I'm doing. Zoning out really bad. Okay, so let's see. What if I plunk this baby down? So this thing can take recipes. Double click to edit this recipe. And it does have an internal buffer. What is this? Redstone mode ignored, speed mode slow. Manual. This crafter is a powerful automatic crafting machine that can handle up to 8 different recipes in a single block. It can be used to craft multiple items independent from each other, or else it can be used for more complicated multi-step. By default, it uses 100 RF for every crafting cycle. But it does all its crafting operations in a single step. So the top allows to select all supported recipes. Crafter also has an internal inventory and 4 input slots. The crafting for crafting results. By inserting a filter module, you can also prevent unwanted items from being inserted into the inventory. Okay. The Keep all button is only active when a recipe is selected. It allows you to control if the recipe will always keep at least a single item in its internal inventory. Oh, that's good. So that's like, that makes sure that if you're like piping stuff in, there's always a slot available. That's actually perfect. Because then what I could do is I could have like I could always make sure it saves a spot for dye and gravel and just pump everything into it. The instant extra button is also only active when a recipe is selected and allows you to control whether the result of the crafting operation of this recipe goes to. Not sure what that means. The result is put in the output slot where it can be extracted by an external pump. Okay, I think I understand what it's saying. It's basically like cycling, so you could have this recipe table do several recipes at once. Like so, like say I wanted to make a redstone torch. I could pipe wood into it, tell it to make sticks, and then take those very sticks it just crafted, and then, you know, make the redstone. Can convert your power to RF. Everything's RF. It's pretty much all RF. Some things use different measurements, like I know Immersive Engineering uses a different measurement, but it all uses RF. RF stands for redstone flux, which is kind of the equivalent of like watts or something like that. Everything uses it. In the old days, that was always a problem. Like, every mod took its own power type, and you had to like have converter blocks and everything. But nowadays, everything kind of just runs together. Roaster also has a redstone mode button, which can be set to ignore off or on. Also has a speed mode. Fast mode uses more energy. Okay. A block protector. Interesting. Harvested are affected by explosions. Okay. So this thing, I'm not sure what these orange slots are. I think these, oh, these are the outputs. Go to your output buffer, so it would go into here. Apply the recipe. Keep one item in every inventory slot. Okay, so we would set that up. Remember the current items in the internal external buffer. Forget the remembered layout. Sure. How many recipes are there for concrete? This is all like chisel stuff down here. So let's see, how many different colors are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's one crafter right there. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's exactly 16 different colors. So that would require 2 of the biggest crafters. Or 8 of these. But honestly, I think 2 of the biggest crafter would work quite well. And then we just feed it all together. Okay. We got a plan here. This might work. This thing might not work how I think it does, but we're... How am I wearing my sleeping bag, by the way? Graphical glitch. Right. So, what was this thing called again? Crafter. Where is it? Crafter tier 1, crafter tier 2. So that's just... Essentially, it's the same thing, just continuously upgrading. That is amazingly cheap. And I love it. Alright. Might take more power in the end, but that'll be okay. We can deal with that when it comes. Okay, so we just need to basically make 2 more of these machine frames. 8. Wait. Why am I making... Make one too many. I don't need... Shit. Making one too many. I've already got one. I only need 2 of these crafters, so I'll put one up here. Grab some wood, some redstone, however much we need. I'm not gonna math it out right now. So we just basically repeat this going up. You don't stack. Okay. For some reason. Don't know why they're different, probably because I placed one down. It's 2 crafting tables. Exactly enough wood. Okay, that should... Let's see if these work. How these work. Alright, so that should be 8 full-on recipes. Keep... External... Even has a filter. Alright. This one should be the same. I'm guessing it's RF per tick on both of them. Alright. Nothing around hopping while wearing a sleeping bag. Yeah, this is a weird graphical glitch there. It's weird, that changes every time I... remember. What's this? Okay. Yeah, apply that. I don't know why that's not holding. Hopefully it will. Okay, so anyway, we have our crafters. We need to go, like, start setting up a place to do this. So I'll probably do like I've done in the past. I'll just create 2 pulverizers. One of them will be I'll set up one to be faster than the other, and it'll just start pumping out. I need to think what they're gonna pipe into. Mechanisms seem to have its own barrels. Maybe we try that. The only thing I have to worry about though is that secondary output. We might not use pulverizers. Maybe we use mechanism. Because mechanism wouldn't give a secondary. So like, you know, if you grind cobblestone, it goes down to gravel. Then I think it has a chance to give you sand, and I think if you then grind gravel, of course goes down into sand, but I think it gives you an off chance of getting flint. Neither of which I want in this factory. So, I'll have to think about this. which kind of machines we want to do the grinding. Sure. I mean, we can make some concrete too, just kind of like... more jungle clearing. I don't think we'll need a lot of space because the grinders aren't going to take much. The two crafters, the only thing that's going to really take any kind of space is we're going to have to come up with some kind of... actually, one thing I didn't check on is if there's any kind of block placer. I wonder if there should be some kind of block placer, right? Block placer. Places blocks in front. The timer on redstone. Okay, perfect. Industrial foregoing also has a block placer. And then it'll like have to have a piston and whatnot that will then feed it. Because concrete powder, in order to get turned into concrete, has to touch water. It's not an actual crafting recipe, so you can't like use a bucket of water. Actually have to like make it touch water in the physical world. Concrete is also a vanilla item, in case you were wondering. But yeah, it has to touch water in the physical world. So we'll have to like, it'll need a block placer. And then we'll have to have like a block breaker. Ugh, grape seeds. What are these little things? What are these little dots I'm picking up? Silkworm eggs. Oh, that's what this mystical world thing is. Maybe I should read this book. Remind me to look at that book. See, I'm not sure if they added this mystical world mod or if it's... because they just said no changelog, and I'm not sure if they were just being lazy and not adding a changelog, or if there was no actual changes, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, as many of these trees as we've cut down, we've never got silkworm eggs before. This is a first, so they've either updated something or something's up. This is the first I've ever got silkworm eggs. Can play around with that. World silkworm eggs. There's no recipe listing for them. Oh, I need to put this stuff away. Do I want to look at the book? Maybe once we're finished with all of this. Oh, there was a dragon fruit tree. Grab that. Okay, let's see. So this should be cleared out enough. We can just do it like right here. Get rid of this. Get out of here, jungle. You're in my way. Okay, yeah, so we'll build it like over here. Keep an eye on the power while we're at it as well. Nothing else should be running at the moment. What do we actually want to build it out of? Because I thought about using actual concrete. Well, we could have set everything else down and just build around it like we did this place. That'd be a bad idea. I could like set a brick foundation. The only downside is this is like way to really. You need to get to the concrete factory. You gotta like go around the power factory. Give them a little bit of separation. Again, I don't think we're gonna need a lot of space. I think honestly we'll be fine with like this much. Probably that's even too much, but we'll see. Kind of just marks out the territory. Line up. Girlfriend hates grass in Minecraft. It's always the thing she wants to deal with first. Get rid of the grass. That inventory is about full. Okay. Wrong thing. So let's see. If we were to make this place out of concrete, what kind of concrete would we use? We could get extra colorful, or we could just kind of go basic for now, since we don't have a lot. We don't have a lot of dyes. See, that's the big thing at the moment, is not a lot of dyes. So maybe we keep it basic for the moment. Kind of make it maybe the colors of the lab. I guess I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? Alright, so we'll go back. We'll, make these machines that we need. So again, we should only need, because the concrete factory is not going to be running all the time too, so it's not like it's not like in Project Ozone where we kept everything running. It's only going to be running when it's not full. So we might end up using the Mechanism Crusher. Aubergine. Now, Mystical World, definitely one we had before, because I remember the aubergine seeds. Yeah, we got some. Just try to clean up my inventory a little bit. a little bit better. Stone slabs. So let's see, we need... just need some basic crushers. I need to confirm, though, that... this makes what I think it does. And it should make it without the byproduct. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. No auto eject. Yeah, that's gravel. I don't know what this stuff is. Okay, yeah, then that makes sand. Okay, back on. Okay, so we just need to make a couple mechanism crushers. We might just have them like I say, fill like mechanism barrels or something, or whatever they are. This is this kind of crusher for mechanism. This is a different kind, isn't it? Mechanism has its own. This is the same crusher, idiot. Utilities 2 has a crusher. We have pistons and a machine block. Utilities 2, is that in the book? Is wow. In fact, there's a thing to do it, so let's go ahead. Extra utilities 2 manual. Already made the curse to Earth. Perfect. Already made the golden lasso. Great. What does this cover? Utilities 2 manual. Wonderful. It's very basic. I can't like select chapters. Wait, tell me what the crusher does though. Well, just put this in here. Oh, wait, that's not the Akashic Tome. These both in the Akashic Tome. Chapters unlocked. Interesting. So what is this doing? Okay. Let's open these up, see what I got. Maybe it'll be a crusher. Black concrete. Wow, that's actually exactly one of the things that the factory is going to get made out of. And a Fuzzy Resonator from Astral Sorcery. That's kind of good, actually. If we ever dig into Astral Sorcery, we might. Might happen. So hold on to that. So we can use that. There's a lot to be done in there. Can I look? No, never lets me look. Alright. Just 4 iron, 4 redstone, and a chest. Alright. Not sure if this is gonna do what I need, but oh wow, that gave me 4. Yeah, so Minecraft is the never-ending battle. Yeah, pretty much like modded Minecraft, especially. It goes on forever. It will go on for absolutely ever. I thought I had another bottle of experience somewhere. Oh no, it just gives me the levels straight up. Crusher, a simple powered crusher. Sure, we'll make one. Just a couple pistons and some iron. Actually, mathing this all out in my head. Couple pistons. Presser. We might get to that crusher. All right, let's. Now it says it's powered. What does it do? Always on. Yeah, it looks like it gives a secondary output, which isn't what I want. So we're not going to use that. Because we don't want that secondary. Unburdened sapling. Interesting. Alright, back to the crusher ideas. I'm gonna need 2 of these. Or, well, let's see. Or do I just want to, like, cycle them? I could cycle them. Cycling them is also a possibility. The problem is, I mean, it takes even parts sand, even parts gravel. Like I say, this thing's not going to be on all the time. We'll build 2 of them. We shall build 2. Alright, it'll just be easier that way. Like I say, one of them can be faster than the other. We could actually upgrade. Well, we could either speed upgrade, or we could upgrade one of them to a factory. Actually, apparently, now, we got this thing as a reward a while back. Apparently, compact cobblestone generator. Now, if it receives power, apparently it generates cobblestone. How does it do it? Does it, like, need a chest next to it? It's from nuclear craft. Something we probably want to use later. Make a chest. We'll see how this thing works. I mean, I guess I could just look in the nuclear craft section, but we'll see. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, this thing is fucking fast. Holy shit. It filled up this chest in like 2 seconds. Holy shit. Alright, well, that thing works. That... Oh my god. Oh shit. Apparently it holds it inside as well. Alright, well, we know what we're using anyway. At least that thing I don't have to pump water into it. Just one less thing I'm gonna have to worry about, because with the igneous extruder, it has to have water constantly fed into it, which means a pump of some sort. You can use a non-powered pump. There is a different kind you can use, but God, my inventory is now just inundated with cobblestone. I'll let that despawn. Okay, so let's see. We're building 2 of these, so we need 8. We need 8 glass. Which did I grab? 6, 7, 8. And a couple osmium. Need a couple control circuits. I'm gonna need 4 buckets of lava. I don't know if I get the buckets back. We can see if we get them back. Probably not. Getting really low on redstone. Oh, I do get the buckets back. Alright, then I don't need to... I was worried I was going to like make a couple buckets. Perfect. Okay, we got 2 crushers. Okay, so then one will be taking in cobblestone. It'll crush it down into gravel. And then it'll take that gravel, feed it into the next crusher. That one will feed it, will crush it into sand. Sand will then get fed outward. Like I say, we could turn one of these into a factory. Like we could turn the one that crushes cobblestone into a factory, so it takes in more. And then it'll prioritize sending to this one, but the second one that makes sand will always get full up first. So then it can then output its gravel. And then eventually as things start to fill up, these things won't be on all the time. And then we'll just have to come up with a feeding mechanism. Okay, let's go back to mechanism, because mechanism had a barrel I was kind of interested in looking at. This, yet another better barrels attempt. The bins are going to stack one time item at a time, and they store an absurd amount of one item and can be upgraded to. And store more. Ah, the basic bin. This is what we want. So we'll make 2 of these. Actually need cobblestone. Wonder where I can get some. Let's see. Hang on, I lost what I was doing. Circuit, some redstone. Is this all cobblestone? Cobblestone, cobblestone, cobblestone. Alright. So we're gonna make 2 of these. Two more of these. Apparently they can be upgraded, so we might just do that. I still don't know what these tier installers are. I haven't the slightest damn clue. Seems to be part of mechanism. It looks like a pack of smokes. Okay, but that's that. So I'm not sure how much they hold, but I think in the end it's probably not gonna matter. Oh, it's 4,000. Okay, yeah, that's plenty. I'll have to like come back and get things like conduits. Actually, we can probably use those crappy pipes we've got, although they don't prioritize, do they? No. I'll think about this. We'll think about how to connect these things together. I know we said we were going to work on bees next, but we're going to have to build facilities for bees, and I thought, you know what, I really want to have things like concrete, so we'll like, might as well do this first. Plus I thought it'd be a fun little side project. How's the power looking? Fine. Okay, so we marked that as the edge of the building, so let's see. Did I put it back down, didn't I? The cobble generator. Fine. That's fine. So we'll have like, say the cobble gen will be like, we'll say like, leave space to enter the building, right? So like the cobble gen right there. I'll come in. It's gonna feed directly into one crusher. There's gonna be that crusher and say that crusher. This one's gonna make gravel. We'll upgrade this one to a factory. So actually I need to pick that up again. I'm brilliant. This one will make the sand, and then it will output these things into these barrels. Go ahead and earmark this one for sand. Wow, the shaders do not. Can't really tell what's in there, can you? It's just a block. It's a mystery. Name that block. So they'll get fed out into here, and then both. We'll have them like get mixed up. Might actually be cool to stack them. Like raise them up in the air. So we still need like the water and block breaking section. I got a better idea. Let's change this layout. Change this a little bit. That might still go there, but that's gonna feed there, and that's gonna feed there. It's gonna pipe out into barrels here and here, and then both of those will feed, like, say, around this way into... They're gonna get fed evenly. We also need to think that we're gonna need an input for dyes as well, because dye is what's gonna complete the recipe. So we're gonna have a chest, like, say, somewhere over there that would just drop dyes in. And then when the dyes get fed in, they'll come out and feed. Oh yeah, that's gonna be the back edge of that building. Do something like this. And then they'll come out. They'll come out over here, like, say, into a block placer. The block placer will place them down. We'll have, like, a piston here. I'm not sure what the mechanism is going to be, but as soon as the block gets placed, it'll push it out. There'll be, like, water here somewhere, which will turn it into solid concrete. And then we'll have a block breaker that'll pick it up. Is kind of the plan. It's kind of cool because this is something you can't quite do in unmodded Minecraft. In unmodded Minecraft, there's no block placers and there's no block breakers. The only way to break a block is use TNT. And there's no way to place a block in vanilla. So I have all that feed around. We'll put in the recipes. And all that's gonna get... all that's gonna get fed over here. Alright, let's... so this is gonna be the factory, so we need this one. So we're gonna upgrade it. This is what I love about modded Minecraft. There's, like, just seriously so much shit to do. There's so much shit to do. And there is still the end goal of make shelves. Look at all this stuff that's gone on. We haven't made shelves yet. Doing it for the RP. Well, let's also see if our miner has gotten back to work. So that is worrisome, considering I haven't been getting alerts from these guys. I wonder if I'm still registered to them. Because I could get raided and I wouldn't know it. I'm not getting any alerts. I guess it's all fine. Go check on the miner. But yeah, there's just crazy amounts of stuff to do. That's kind of why I came up with the idea of, you know, we'll make top shelves. You know, that's a cool start, but we'll, like, do this whole thing along the way. I swear if you're still waiting for a pickaxe. Did a pickaxe ever get made for him? I swear to God. He's been standing here this entire stream not doing anything. Because he requested a pickaxe and never got it. He requested a pickaxe and never got one. So what happened? Why doesn't he have a pickaxe? Cancel your request and try again. Is anybody else not working? I mean, the farmer's constantly working. He never fucking stops. Do you have any requests? No, you're fine. She's got everything she needs. Okay. He's back to work, so... See, look what's happened, though, is he doesn't recognize these as trees anymore. It's kind of annoying. He's gonna start getting silkworms now. Well, that's gonna fill up. I need to figure out like what those silkworms are. They might be something kind of cool. There we go. That's a good question. Inventory. A lot of saplings. There are these silkworms coming down. It's hard to see them because they look like torches. He's starting to pick up silkworm eggs. I think we're gonna end up with like a ton of those now. Not feeling well, you're gonna go lay down? Okie dokie, well, get some good rest. Okay, he's not getting his... Wait, are you coming to work? Looks like he's actually doing it. There's like this problem where if they request something for too long, they stop requesting it. Like they'll stop requesting it from the system. And it seems like to me if like the supply chain is too high, then they won't do something. Looks like he's making the pickaxe, so hopefully. It's okay, he'll get his pickaxe, and then I'll go down there and he'll need wooden planks, and he won't get them. See if a living hell that is these guys. Okay, what was I doing? I was gonna make... We need a couple things here. We need to make this thing a factory. It's gonna take... Basic crushing factory, just some iron. A couple of these. So 2 iron, 4 redstone. Really hoping that miner comes up with some redstone. Okay, that's now a factory. Great. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab this. Wait. Do I still have it on me? Oh no. Oh no. Shit, I lost it. Oh, I lost it because when I popped it, ah, shit. Ow. Fuck me. When I popped it, I picked up... My inventory filled up with cobblestone, not... Ah, shit. Damn it. How expensive is that thing? Probably expensive. It was like called compressed cobblegen or something. It was from Nuclear Craft. Ah, fuck. Yeah, when I popped it, I didn't think about it. I thought it went straight into my inventory. I didn't think about... It didn't actually. So it sat there on the floor and despawned. Fuck. I should make one. Cobblestone generator, compact, and dense. That was compact. Oh my god. Oh, that thing was pricey. Well, we can make a basic one. I mean, not gonna be as fast. Produces 8 cobblestone a second. It's supplied with 1 RF a second. That's fine. The factories aren't gonna keep up with that. Yeah, that's okay. It didn't. Man, that sucks though. How do I make basic plating? I need lead and graphite dust. Graphite is made... Graphite is made, I think, by double burning coal. Oh no, it's by smelting coal. So, in order to get 4 plates, I need just 2. Ugh. Okay, let me grind this up. Oh, I'm very dumb. I need 2 more. Graphite dust. This thing is actually quite fast. It's faster than anything else, but like I say, it's gonna be producing a lot, and it's gonna do it. We're not gonna need a lot that fast. At the beginning we might need a lot, but those barrels are going to hold a lot. So even if these crushers are slow, don't really have to worry too much. Okay, man, I'm kind of irked I admit I lost that thing. Oh well. Give me 4 lead ingots. Do I have any lead? I don't know if I've smelted any lead. Yeah, I have. Plating. 2 tin, a bucket of water, and a bucket of lava. Two tin ingots. Here we go. Exactly what you want. Alright, not as good as the other one, but it's fine. All right. So we have the cobble generator. We have the factory. Now we just need to start piping everything. I've got some conduit binder. I'm getting low on. Actually, no. This is. Where did I? Here. Make some more of this. The hell is this? A frog leg? Where the friggin' hell did we get a frog leg? Well, we have so much gunpowder. We need to upgrade these drawers. A lot, actually. What did we... Look, a lot of stuff's actually gone in here. Huh. Can't put leather pants in there? Have I done this wrong? Oh, it won't because it's filtered. Oh, I see. Just like... drop it down here. I'm sure one of the guards will pick it up. Yeah, I need to upgrade these drawers because they're just... It's too much. They're filling up with stuff. Got like a lot of arrows, a lot of bones. We had to make like a ton of white concrete. Not so much like make black concrete though. We can definitely spend more ender pearls now. Let's go see if the miner's actually mining now, if he got his pickaxe or not. We're getting that resonant alloy. Yes, looks like he's gone down. Wonderful. I have no idea what's going on with the food situation here. She may need... Pete. Pete is on. We've got Pete. We've got fish. Alright, just eat all the food. Come on. Need to upgrade the restaurant and get a bakery set up. I don't know where the hell we're gonna put a bakery. This area is getting a bit crowded. Might have to like put it back over there, kind of on the other side of the farms, maybe. Kind of. We could put. Well, there's still like plenty of space out there. Kind of hate. Well, kind of hate to have make everyone walk all the way out there. We're gonna have to do it for a couple things anyway. Could put a bakery out there. Anyway, that's not my mission right now. In the meantime, let's... Okay, yeah, we need to make... Go ahead and make the block breakers and... What, placer. We'll need to make a piston. I'm not sure how to make... I'm not sure how to make it detect. I know you can make things like... Are observers in this? It's not really gonna help, though. There's actually... Yeah, there are observers. Now, the thing of it is... Observers will observe a state of change in front of it at any given point. But the problem is if you use like a piston or something, it'll constantly see something new. So if like say if I told the block placer to place a block, the block places, and in fact this isn't gonna work, and it wouldn't work like that anyway. I wonder if the block breaker stops when it's full. That could end up being a later problem. Anyway, we'll kind of cross that bridge when we come to it. Block placer, do we want to use this kind? Or do we want to use this kind? This is a block in front on a timer. Redstone. We might want to use this kind. Or open blocks has its own block placer. Open blocks. Check the book. Open blocks might not be listed actually. No, it's not. I don't think cyclic is involved either. We have to decide on what kind of block placer. This thing is cheap as chips, but I don't know what. I can make it. Like I say, it's cheap. Okay, we're gonna make a piston. Cobblestone and 2 iron. Like I say, this thing is cheap. If it doesn't work, we just use something else. Block placer. So what if I just assume it needs a redstone signal to place the block. Not mechanism. Industrial foregoing. Does it list its block placer? Laser basin? Probably not. Anima feeder, wall duplicator. Hey, we never claimed that one. Experience pylon collects the nearby experience orbs and releases or bottle them later. Ooh. That's actually good because this thing, I wonder if it can work through walls. Because this thing does drop experience. I wonder if it works through a wall or not. Sometimes experience gets dropped, not all the time. Seems to. Right there. Collect orbs. Always on. We'll see what it does. Maybe it won't collect anything there. Oh no, wait, I think it... No, this thing collects them, never mind. That one time it was when I was pausing and unpausing it. Is this thing... No, this thing's not even full yet. I thought that thing would be full by now. Let's make sure. We'll keep that there for now, so we know where it is. Frog legs. How the hell do we get frog legs? Must be a new mob that has spawned in or something, I don't know. Perhaps there was some mod updates and the changelog just never said. Let me look this up real fast. Block placer. An industrial foregoing. Block placer. Blocks are placed directly in front of the machine, restricting. Block placer will pull items. Well, it's going to take power. Each operation consumes 100 RF per tick. Or RF per operation. Okay. But this will do it without needing a redstone clock. I wonder if we could do it. You can stop a clock with a redstone signal as well. And I wonder if this might have to do how you get a piston to work as well. Let me make another piston. This is where things are going to get a little bit redstone technical, I guess. Like I say, the basic idea of what's going to happen is this this powder is going to have to slide by water, and we're going to need a piston to do the job. Really need more cobblestone? Piston. Now let's see. We're actually gonna need to bring some redstone with me, because I'm gonna need to experiment a little bit. Because we're gonna kind of like, let me go ahead and bring this. I might actually use it. It might be usable. But the idea is that we're gonna use a little bit of redstone trickery to maybe do like some block detection. Like I say, we could use an observer, but that's going to be problematic because an observer will again observe any change of state in the space in front of it. But if you like say connected that to a piston, then what's going to happen is, you know, the observer would see the block get placed, go something's changed, so a signal. It'd fire the piston, and then the piston would fire, and then the observer would go, hey, I just saw a piston move into my space, so it'd fire another redstone signal, and it would either then lock the, well no, it wouldn't lock it, but what would happen is then, the, when the piston retracts, then the observer will go, hey, something's changed, and you just basically create this everlasting motion machine going on. You would have to like somehow make it so it observed differently. Okay, so we would end up feeding the concrete into a block placer. Also, we can put down this crushing factory. That's the big one. We can put this down now. So we actually have the cobble gen. Oh. Okay, so that's all gonna get fed into a block placer. Now, just put it right here. Now I'm gonna assume it takes a redstone signal. We can test this. sand in there. Place. Yes. Alright. Needs a redstone signal to work. We'll have a piston. Crap's a little dumb with placement, so you have to do it like that. So the piston then will take the block of sand when it happens. Poosh. I'm not quite sure how to get... When the block goes down, the piston needs to fire. So the piston needs to receive the redstone signal as well. So we can use some redstone trickery. Although both sand and gravel... Ooh, I've got an idea. Both sand and gravel are susceptible to gravity. Aha. Yeah. So I might have to put this up to kind of show you what I'm thinking here. Because, yeah, gravel and both gravel and sand are susceptible to gravity. They'll fall. So then what can happen is, say, I put that in there. It gets a redstone signal. Plonk. Perfect. But then... Actually, does it even need that there? Will it place it just in midair? Or does it need that block to like... No, it'll place it right there. Okay, cool. It doesn't need a block to touch. Alright, good. Just wait for sleepy time to happen. Alright, so we're gonna use, like I say, a little bit of redstone trickery here. We'll like have it make it so the block completes the circuit. Just kind of show you what I mean here. I mean, modded probably offers something better than this, but this is actually kind of cool anyway. Don't often play with redstone. I want to come up with like something... that might fire the piston anyway. Let me see. Just put this down for now. No, it doesn't. Let me see something here. It's actually not completing the circuit right there. Does it? Hang on. I'm missing something here. Does it maybe need to be a redstone block? It'll work if it's touching this. No, wait. What am I missing here? Doesn't it? Am I dumb? What's going on? Shouldn't sand be completing the circuit? Because it should feed through the... Whoa, okay. That worked. I think that just fired from the sand block. I have not messed with redstone in like an age, so... thought... Or does it have to power the block underneath? That wouldn't make sense, would it? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I thought it powered the block. Or does just sand not work? Surely. I should be completing the circuit. Man, it has been forever since I've dealt with redstone. Like, forever. Like, vanilla Minecraft days forever. Since I've dealt with vanilla redstone. Should definitely powers it next to it, yeah, obviously. It'll also power the block above it, right? So if I put a redstone torch there, I put a block here. It's definitely, yeah, it's definitely powering through that. Okay. All right. I'm not entirely stupid. I'm just mostly stupid. All right. It does power through blocks, so what am I misunderstanding here? Maybe we need a block of redstone. I thought it would, I mean, if it had to be attached to the block, it wouldn't work anyway. That's one of the problems. Redstone. Now, I am low on redstone. Has the miner come up with any? Let's check the warehouse. Yes. It's actually gotten quite a bit, and a little bit for good measure. Alright, awesome. Okay, so if I just do this here while I'm here. So if I put that there, put some redstone down here. That's obviously not powering. If I take the sand block, absolutely not. Not powering that redstone at all. There's a way to use solid blocks as a circuit. And I'm not, oh gosh. How does this work? There's a way to use blocks as a they're conductive. So what am I missing here? Redstone torches can obviously pass through. Can't be the block, can it? Can't be that sand isn't working. Will I put cobble down? No, it's definitely not fulfilling that. Down there. Okay, it only. Okay, wait, hang on here. This redstone has to be on top of that. Okay, maybe I'm starting to understand. So. No. What if. I obviously don't understand redstone anymore. Because I could swear you could use this, you could use a block to complete the circuit. But maybe not. Still running some experiments here. I'll put that there. Put that there. Block there. No. What if I put redstone there? Absolutely not. Why does a redstone torch power through a block going upward and not through a block going sideways? Unless the redstone torch has to directly power the block? I legit don't understand. Cause look, that's powered. The torch is powering that. Why didn't it power that? I mean, it's powering because of that. Oh, wait. Wait. That's working now. That's now. No, wait, but that. Wait. I get it. Hang on. I'm on to something here. So, okay. The block above it. So the block above the redstone torch is actually then. Okay. So. Kind of essentially what we want. So this would be the block that got placed. That doesn't power though. That doesn't power. That doesn't power. None of that powers. Of course that's off because that's a redstone block. I feel like I'm really on the edge of this. Technically, that redstone block, should that not be powering the block above it? It's not. But it is power because it's putting the redstone torch out. I am not smart when it comes to redstone. I used to know redstone quite well, and now I don't seem to understand it like I used to. Because again, like I say, what I'm wanting to do is complete the circuit with the block that gets dropped. So what happens if I do this? That does not do anything. Powers through there, but it doesn't. Why does that work? Can like redstone only? Oh no. Rats. I don't know if anyone else knows. I've seen this done. I swear I've seen this done. You can use a block as a circuit breaker, essentially. If the block's not there, the signal's broken. If the block is there, the signal continues. Maybe we invert the signal. No. It'll work. I like say it's something like this. This should be powered, yes. Obviously not powered. It's not powered. It's powered. Not powered. What am I missing here? Why is this? I mean, officially now, with that torch under there, that block is powered. But not when you use a redstone block. Block is powered. Means redstone on that level is powered. Is redstone on this level powered? It is. No, it isn't. No, it's not. It's only. I'm playing modded Minecraft and I'm sitting here trying to figure out freaking vanilla redstone. Everybody that's ever played vanilla Minecraft is screaming at me how it works. None of you are in the chat. Am I just overcomplicating this? But essentially, if the sand fell... But the sand can't fall on a torch. Neither can the gravel. That empowers that torch, but then... So redstone only seems to propagate upward. It doesn't propagate through, it propagates upward. But only with a torch. Redstone block's not gonna do the job. I don't know why I'm giving this so much thought. It doesn't even need to be this complicated now that I'm thinking about it. Because essentially the piston's gonna just push until it can't. Which means then the block placer will stop, the block placer will stop putting stuff down. So if they fire at the same time, I'm hoping that won't cause a jam up. I wish I could figure that out. I know there's a way to do it, I'm just not... Like I say, I don't think I understand redstone like I used to. Maybe I never understood it. So if I, like, say do this, alright. Fire them at the same time, is that gonna fuck everything up? Seems to work. Just worry about it jamming. We'll probably just end up putting a clock down. The clock will end up just firing. I guess this will work. I just didn't want a clock that was constantly firing. And I was worried it would jam, but... I guess it really can't technically jam. Okay, well then. Things are gonna be a little bit easier, I suppose. So we'll feed the concrete into here. It'll go across here. So then, it'll like say get fed across here. There'll be a water block here. So there always have to be like concrete or something right there. So yeah, there always have to be a block right here. We'll just put the sand here right now. Because this is what the concrete dust is gonna pass by. So as it gets pushed on, and then it'll come up to a block breaker, which we haven't made yet. So let's go back and make one. Okay, it's taking me too long to walk. So annoyed by that, though. Hey, redstone. All right. We need a block breaker. Now, Open Blocks has its own block breaker. Takes a diamond pickaxe. But again, it's pretty simple. To see how this thing works. I assume it's just like, again, it takes a redstone signal and just pops whatever it gets. Of course, the question is, will it take it into its inventory or will it just drop it? That's what we're gonna find out, I guess, right? What am I missing? Oh yeah. Wait, what? Cobblestone. There we go. Sometimes those drawers get a little bit hungry. All right, block breaker. So this thing doesn't have its own inventory by the looks of it. It looks like it'll spit it out the back. Okay. So if I like, grab this chest that's full of cobblestone. Really help what I'm gonna do. Actually. Wait. It's not. Oh yeah, fuck. Options. They change it? Should be able to pick up the chest. Carry on. Right shift. I am holding right shift. It's not working. Oh, it's because I'm holding a shield, that's right. Okay, so how does this work? Should have just gone straight in there. Okay, perfect. That works exactly like I need. So that just needs a redstone signal to fire off. I thought someone was standing over there. Okay, so we got the block breaker, we've got the block placer. I'm curious. We need to test something here. Because I'm curious if the piston can push the block breaker. So that's not a full-on problem because pistons can only push so far, but might crash the game too. Okay. Worried about that. Right, not a super problem. We can just set it up so it's further out. So like Wow, that's further out than I thought it was. Well, we could cheese it a couple ways, because I know, assuming this hasn't changed, pistons can't push furnaces, and they definitely can't push obsidian. But they also can't push furnaces, as far as I know. Oops. Meh. Confirm that though. Don't have enough cobblestone. Get some real quick. Whee. Cool. Just went into that wire. It's the battery looking just fine. Yeah, so rumor has it they can't push a stove. If I like say put that right there. Put this cobblestone in, these stairs, whatever. It's definitely pushing the furnace. Alright. Turns out that was a lie. Someone said they couldn't push furnaces. Maybe the mod is allowing that. Maybe it needs something in it. Put something in it. It's definitely pushing that furnace. Alright. Okay, that's not working. Right, well, we can do obsidian. Go ahead and put the block breaker down, though. Well, let's see, the way this is gonna have to be done. So we're gonna have to set the block breaker down. Like right here. I mean, it could be closer. Put a little bit closer. So, okay, concrete dust comes across here, touches the water. This is gonna get pulled into here. We'll have this get piped out, and then what gets piped out of here, we'll have it like go into maybe a series of drawers. That way it can be sorted. But then like right here, so we'll have like a pipe coming out of here, but then right here we'll have a block of obsidian. And then I guess my hope is that it won't pop the pipe. And now the only thing is I'm not sure how to fire this off without just making another clock. I guess I could. Wow, everything's getting full. Charge the battery. I'm just gonna make obsidian very quickly in the foundry, and then I don't have to dig it up. So, I still got some alanite in there. Pour that out. Okay, we need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's make a little bit more. Might as well not get stingy, right? We can pretty much make as many as we want. Guess I'm gonna need them. There we go. Half a stack is good. Block of obsidian. It's freaking nighttime already. It's getting done. Just taking a little while. I should have made a redstone clock, but I actually want to test this to make sure it's not going to... like I say, pop anything. So that should be... okay, good. That locks that up. Perfect. And then that's going to extract always. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So, we'll have to get a redstone clock that just constantly... oh, no, that. We'll have to get 2 redstone clocks. One that's going to fire this off, one that's going to fire that off. And then I think that's just going to be constant. So what we're going to want to do here is we can go ahead and start hooking these up. So that's going to output into that. That's going to output into that. Both are going to go into here. I don't know why that's not feeding. Can that not go out the front? Change orientation here. Go. Okay, so, oh, for fuck's sake, what, really? Like, why can't it connect to the back of that? You dicking with me is what you're doing. Can that only connect to one side? Really? Does this thing only have one input? That goes in. That's weird. They're both crushers, it's just this one's a factory. Okay, so that one's gonna extract always. Let's see, so... I'm gonna extract. Now I can't set the priority for this. Just gonna insert. Oh wait. No, I know. Wait, this has to come off the same chain. Hang on. Otherwise it won't get priorities. So here's what we gotta do. We gotta... Really? How? Are you having an absolute laugh? How does that not connect? Fine, it's gonna have to go like that then. But yeah, here's the reasoning I'm doing this is because always active.
There can only be
because we want this one to get fed first. So this one's gonna get priority 1. And then it will feed gravel into here second. Because this thing, again, this is doing 3, so it'll fill this one up well in advance. And then any overage that it can't fit in here will get fed into here. That's gonna get fed into here. That needs to be an insert. Okay, so now these are gonna have to come together.
Oh, dear sister, I am sorry, but you have given me no choice but to use these.
So we bring... They're gonna be connected because they're gonna get the same inputs. The only difference is going to be... So they'll fill as they're capable. The only difference is going to be dyes that go into them. I'm going to insert. Priority doesn't honestly matter. Insert. Okay, and then from here... pull out and pull out and go in. Okay, so that's all wired up for the items. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Actually used up so many of those conduits. I'm not sure where we can put the drawers. So probably just we'll have like a drawer controller. Like this is the wall. That's perfect. So yeah, that's gonna extract. We'll have a drawer controller here, and then we'll have a wall of drawers right here. So the next thing we need to do is go ahead and get the recipes, I guess. And we're going to also feed power into this. Still on right now. So we need to go ahead and get the stuff, and then we're gonna have to like get all the freaking dyes and everything. This is gonna be a little bit annoying, but we might just have to like... Well, we're gonna fill them up in such a way, so let's see. Yeah, there's plenty of space. So like 8 dyes are gonna go into 1. So let's see. Okay, 1 item in every inventory slot, yeah. Result of crafting operation will go into output buffer. So it'll go here. Mode is ignored. It does not hold its thing. I don't know why. Let's get rid of this thing. Shield back on. Okay. Alright. We just need gravel. We need the recipes and... this shit up here. Bollocks crap I'm carrying. Start time in Minecraft isn't lasting a full 10 minutes. It doesn't feel like it. It feels like I just get started out here. Okay, so I need to make gravel. I need to make sand. I need to make enough to fill all the slots. I need to make the dyes. Some of them are going to be a little bit more tricky to get than others. We'll get there. We're almost done, actually. Aside from the building itself and getting it powered, we're almost kind of done. Actually, do I have... I've got a bunch of sand. I don't have a bunch of gravel. Okay. Let's make a bunch of gravel. Crusher. You have to turn the auto eject off, otherwise you can actually feed gravel into here and it will turn it back into cobblestone. So you would end up just recreating it, and then the cobblestone would feed into there and turn into stone. Very convoluted way. You could just very convoluted make stone. It's a completely unnecessary extra step. Alright, let's go ahead and get the dyes made. So we need 16 dyes, and we're gonna need like... Some of these are gonna be a little bit more tricky to get than others. What did I do with that chest? It's still out there, isn't it? No, wait, it's here in my inventory. Haha. We can use this to keep track of the dyes. So, this is one type of dye. Bone meal is another type. Need the extra bone meal anyway. Cactus green is a type of dye. We'll have to create the dye feeding system as well. So basically, as long as it has... The idea is that as long as it has dyes, it will continue to make the concrete. So if it runs out of that particular dye, it just won't make that type of concrete. So the idea is eventually it's going to run out of all the dye types. And then just whenever I need a certain color, I just come in and I stick the dyes in, and there you go. Okay, lapis is also a dye color. Purple, which is red dye. Red dye we can make with... Actually, I had some extra left over, didn't I? I had some... Oh, I had lime dye. I swear I had some extra dyes left over when I had to, like, dye wool. Cocoa beans is a dye. I'll have to start growing cocoa beans, I guess. Not that we don't have a ton of it. Yeah, we'll actually need to grow some cocoa bean. Cocoa bean is... Oh, shit. Terrible. Flash. No, I know red orchids make... Nope. Wait. They definitely make dye. They used to. Wait. Do they not make dye anymore? What the hell? They used to... No, wait, that's a different kind of orchid. Never mind. Need some live dye in here. Anyway, But we'll be able to make some neat, colorful buildings too, which I kind of like the idea of. Orange dye. Here's some red dye. Need a bit more though. Got some extra cocoa bean in here. Yeah, these I thought. Okay. So we've got a red dye. Orange dye. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bone meal. So that's one crafter already. Mix this with the lapis. Get the light blue. Mix red with lapis. Get purple. Dye, let's see, we need cyan. It's gonna be cactus green and wait, cactus green and blue. Need more cactus green. Which means we're gonna have to get a cactus farm as well. I mean, eventually, the kind of the plan here is though too is I think the bees produce a lot of flowers, so we'll actually get a lot of dyes just from the bees. And dye 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So actually, we'll get this row done. We'll know exactly how much we have. So we got the black, the white dye. We need green dye. I think green is just cactus dye. Yeah, I think cactus green works. Pink. Don't have pink yet. Pink dye. Now we need... Oh, we don't have yellow. We need yellow. Should have yellows. We got yellow flowers somewhere. Picking those things up like crazy. Oh, that'll work. Thought we would have had a bunch of these. Alright, dandelion. Just need 3 more colors. What are we missing? We got the brown, we got the black, we got white, we got green, we got blue. Got the yellow, got red. Yeah, and we've got the black, orange, magenta. We're missing magenta. That's gonna be purple and pink. We got a pink dye and we got a purple dye. Perfect, magenta. 2 more colors. We've got light blue. We've got lime. Got pink. Oh, we don't have gray. There's gray and then there's light gray, right? And light gray is either oxydaisy or 2 white and a black. So... light, wait, it's gray, and I think I can just mix this, light gray, perfect. Should be all the colors we need. Yep, there we go. 16 colors. Okay. This thing's still going. Oh my god. Basically how slow this whole system is going to be. Alright, but we got all the colors, so we can start... We'll be able to start setting up the recipes. If I got enough space in my inventory. Don't really. That'll be fine. Wow, I don't actually have enough space in my inventory. Oh my god. I can go up here. I can go up here. God, my inventory. My inventory is atrocious. Okay, you know one thing we can do here? I think I can repair these. Together. Boom. I can go back up here. It's almost the end of another Minecraft day. Okay, and then I can fit sand. Realistically, I don't need a stack of that right now. Alright, let's go set up these recipes. Sleep on the way. Okay, we need double click to edit this recipe. Keep one. So it's for that. For that. Oh, you can't actually pull it out. It requires it. Alright. Or no, it doesn't. Wait. Okay, so it needs the orange dye in here. Oh, I see. It keeps it for each individual recipe. Okay. Red concrete powder. Cool. So then... Does mean it's gonna have to be these strictly, so if I like find like blue dye or something, it's not gonna work. We may have to change the recipes later. Like say if I don't want to use cocoa bean, I get like maybe brown flowers or something. Might have to use something else. Keep these in here. Doesn't really matter what the recipe looks like. Apply blue concrete. Alright. cool that we can break it down. I like that we can do this and not just have to, like, fill it out. You know, like, come in here and swap out the dyes. We can just feed it all at once. So that's gonna be good. Alright. That's not correct. Keep it. There we go. Alright, so everything's on keep. So it means it shouldn't expend what's in here, so that kind of, it kind of acts as its own filter. Because then what I can do is, like, say, do something like this. Wait, let's make it even, actually. On your left. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So, like, say, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then fill that out. And then that should, again, keep one of everything in here. That's the hope, anyway. That's what I'm kind of banking on. So if I leave that, all right, cool. Everything's in there. All right, great. That's one set of recipes done. Now we have to do the same thing over here. For the other half of the recipes. I don't know if we got it wrong, if we've got a recipe slot left over. There's a scroll bar by the recipes on that block. You think it can hold more? No, it can hold 6. It can hold 8 in total. There's 16 colors in total. And it can hold 8 each. I did count right, didn't I? I'll show you. We'll go over and look at this one. Yeah, see. They're all filled out. No problem. Thanks for the heads up, though. I'm actually short on dyes, though. Select that to keep. Apply. Hang on. Oh yeah, there's that. Wait. I'm missing a die. Am I missing a die? What am I missing? Color menu. Because if this is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, what color am I missing? Or we're just not seeing it in my inventory. I'm missing a color. 16, right? Let's check the concrete. It's a little bit more reliable. It's powder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So what am I missing? We've got the black, we've got the light gray. Orange, red, brown. Wait, did I not grab up the last dye? I might not have grabbed up the last dye. There it is. I didn't grab it. There we go. That solves that mystery. How's it the end of the day already? I swear, have I been spending all Minecraft day just setting recipes? Christ. Okay. Apply. Got one more to do here. Okay, so that's all the concrete types. So we just need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fill that out the rest of the way. And then what we actually can do is this should, just kind of as a proof of concept, put this stuff in here. And that should auto feed in anyway. Yeah, it's already going in. Priority doesn't really matter that much once it gets full. I know it all fed into here and not the other one. Could actually round robin it. But it's not, that's round robin on extraction. It doesn't matter. Once it all fills up, it's not gonna matter anyway. They say it's not gonna be constantly running. Okay, alright, so let me swap that music. It's not quite nice. Okay. Things just need power. We could actually, oh, we need the redstone clocks, that's right. Let's go make a couple redstone clocks. And they'll just always be ticking, it doesn't matter, really. So I can actually figure out redstone well enough to actually turn it off. But once it can't fill up anymore, they'll stop functioning. Redstone clock. There's a couple of different kinds. There's a cyclic version. The extra utilities one is kind of nice. Just 4 redstone, 4 regular stone. We'll just make a couple. Let's see, pull that out there. Oh, shit in my inventory. Already forgotten the recipe because my memory's bad. Okay, need redstone torch. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 8 stone. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At the rate my memory is going, I'm not gonna have one later in life. Okay, do I have any conduits? Nay. That's all the enhanced energy conduit we have. How much universal cable do I have? So if I run this under the machine, it's not gonna matter as much. Just use this. In this case, running the conduits together doesn't actually matter. These can run under the ground. Probably don't have enough. Right, we want to at least get this powered up for sake of proof of concept, though. Dig out a lot, actually. So that's got to get power.
Where's the baby?
Make sure that
Where
gets
is it?
power. Very eerie. This is very Halloween-esque music we're listening to. Okay. Actually, oh. Those don't need power. So actually, well... Piston doesn't need power.
I don't believe you. You're both lying. It didn't die. You took it.
Yeah, these need power. That needs... These don't need power. These run off the clock. Okay. So actually... Power just has to go to there. Alright.
Where's the baby?
Pretty certain I don't have enough cable. This is really weird music. Kinda like it though. It's eerie and I kinda like eerie shit. Okay. So it's got power. Again, that doesn't need power. What's wrong with me? Don't answer that question, or do. If you know, save me a trip to the doctor. Okay, that's all hooked in. Now this is gonna be a little maddening for a time. Well, hang on. We can solve this, actually. These redstone clocks are gonna be firing. Like that. But what we can do is that should turn that off. Same with this. Oh yeah, that's not gonna go anywhere because that pipe doesn't actually connect to anything, so it's just gonna pop out. All right. It shouldn't affect that. All right. How am I gonna hook this into the inner network? Definitely don't have enough. Oh, maybe I do. Power should be running along here. Let me dig in from the outside. Power. Okay, that looks like the hook up there, and it should all hook together. I think these universal cables hook in. Should. Wait. Hang on. That's the item conduit. That's not gonna work. Actually, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's got a power cable into it, alright. Bam. Okay, that's got power. Oh. Oh, we gotta do the sides. This is feeding in the back. Well, that's why they didn't connect from the odd sides. I forgot, these sides have to be configured first. Which way is this thing facing, though? This is the front, so input is going to be, needs to go into the red. So this needs to be red. Right. Oh. That's also not correct. There we go. Alright. So this is now feeding in cobblestone. Now we need to figure the output here. Okay, now this one's going on. Right, perfect. And then it's sucking the sand away. Sweet, all right. We can't see it, unfortunately. Yeah, because it's coming right out. But they'll get full up eventually and feed in. Basically, just these are basically the big buffer that's going to happen. So we'll never need so much concrete. These things hold 4,000 some each. We should never need that much concrete that it's going to not work. That we're gonna, I don't know. We can always, those always upgrade too. We can always upgrade the machines as well. If everything needs to go faster. Everything's upgradable. Okay, and we'll put the redstone clocks on later. Although this one's always gonna be, oh no, that is gonna be kind of annoying, isn't it? It means this piston's constantly going to be firing. I need to do my research on redstone. I need to do some research on redstone and figure out how to get a stone to complete a circuit. Because I don't want this piston constantly firing off, because there's always going to be a little bit of waste just hanging back here because of the piston, which is fine, I don't care. It'll look neat anyway. The problem is that's always gonna chomp the block unless it's full, which means there's always gonna be a space, which means this thing's gonna be constantly firing every time the redstone clock goes off. So yeah, I need to come up with a better way of doing this, and I need to understand redstone a little bit better. There's a way of doing it. I know there's a way of getting a block to complete a circuit. I just, for some reason, can't figure it out. I need to research vanilla redstone. So right now, this thing is filling up. This isn't doing anything. That's okay. And as you can see, this is... So this'll fill up faster. So gravel is coming out of here because this one can produce more. Turns out we didn't need the other cobblestone generator, the one I accidentally lost. Oops. This one's just fast enough. So yeah, this crusher will fill up and then everything should be fine. So we'll let this do its job. This stuff will all fill up. And then we can eventually get things like dyes. I can make like a bunch of brown concrete or even white. We actually get a lot of bones coming in from the monster grinder, so which I need to upgrade the monster storage. The next thing we need to do is get some drawers put in here, drawer controller, set of drawers that will... actually, we don't need that many drawers now that I think about it, because if you upgrade the drawers, there's only 8 different... no, wait, there's 16 different colors of concrete. So, you would only need 16 drawers. But we could actually use the bigger drawers, the single drawers, so we can actually make the wall bigger. It'd save me some upgrade time anyway. There we go. So that's the next step. We'll eventually build this building up around it so that it's not just outside. So we don't want our precious machines outside. We'll get a proper floor. We'll probably end up building this place out of concrete. I mean, it makes sense, right? Build the concrete factory out of concrete. So yeah, we'll get that sorted. And I'll figure out how to vanilla redstone a circuit breaker. Gotta replace the stones in here. Perfect. Alright, it's all working out. We're actually lower on seed oil. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Got plenty of plant oil. Seed oil is actually the low, not by much though. Right, okay. So, but we've, so for things we've done today, we've got these drop-off points for seeds and non-seed, for produce. For a little bit extra kick for fuel if we need it. Doesn't matter which one they go in, they're filtered inside. It's just for buffering. We've got this very makeshift concrete factory going. It's not 100% finished yet, but it's working its magic. We're getting sand, we're getting gravel. It'll get crafted into concrete. In fact, oh, it should have made some now that I think about it. Yeah, it did. Look, it's got orange concrete powder. Oh, come on. All right, we got to do this because look, it's done it. Because there was extra dyes left over. Oh, that's perfect. There was extra dye left over, so it went ahead and made it. But because this one doesn't have the recipe yet, haha, we got to try this out then. I was gonna go, but we got to try this out. I'll make some drawers, we'll get a drawer controller, and then we'll see this thing kind of in action. Make sure it 100% works. Do I have an extra drawer controller? I'm thinking... Probably not. Actually, we got 2, didn't we? Chain crusher. I swear I got 2 as a reward. Helium collector. Should be another one here somewhere. Drawer controller, perfect. So that means... Stack. So we'll just make 16 drawers, because it'll look better. So we need a couple stacks. Basic drawers. I think these hold more because they're not so big, because they're bigger. A little bit more wood. Yeah, I was gonna go, but I want to see this thing in action now. give us its first inaugural concrete. Okay, plonk that there. That's gonna be an insert. That's already extracting. Perfect. And then we'll just put the drawers down. 2, 3, 6, 7. Annoying. Drawer throws it off. All right. There we go. Drawers. All right, let's... It's gonna get wrong stuff in it at the start anyway. Plus, yeah, we need to fix that too, so that's not always making noise. Okay, it's working. That's not the... Wait, why isn't this working? What about redstone signal? Signal color red. Wait. Hang on, this is supposed to... It's not supposed to happen. Just insert main channel. Missing something. A minute. It works if I put a chest behind it. 4 items per operation, that's fine. Extracting without signal. Should be working. It's acting like it doesn't have anywhere to go. Test something. It definitely worked with the chest, right? I'm not stupid. Definitely worked when I used a chest. Maybe we'll have to use the chest as a buffer. That might be the problem. Okay. Look at that. Okay, yeah, we'll have to bring that key over so we can see the numbers. I guess it just needs a chest as a buffer. Alright, cool. So awesome. We're getting concrete. And then of course it'll run out, and that's something we have to fix. So basically the idea is that this piston really shouldn't fire if there's nothing left to place. If there's no block right here, the piston shouldn't fire. And I guess the idea is that maybe I should do something similar here. So if there's no block right here, this thing doesn't fire. Only if a block ends up here. So I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. Like I say, I know you can use observers, but with a piston, the observer is going to just fire all the time because the piston's constantly changing the state in front of it. Unless there's a way I can work around that. You might be able to do it with some delays, actually. Could possibly do it with a repeater delay on it. Possibly. Might work. Outlast the redstone signal. That's working. That's a charm. All right. Look at that. We're gonna get concrete. Beautiful. And then once this all fills up, it'll start making more, because it'll have to go in here and start filling this one up. It's got a lot to fill up, but that's okay. So the only other thing we have to do then is create the dye delivery system. Once the dye delivery system is in, we could basically just come in here, put whatever dye we need in, and it'll feed over here. That really shouldn't be hard, because considering we don't need to set up any filters, because it'll just go where it can fit. And if it can only fit in this one, then it will. So, but we'll hook that up next time, and we'll kind of like polish this off. Well, that worked. That was great. Oh, I'm happy about that. I'm glad I took the time to do this. Good old concrete factory. And just like I say, we're going to clean it up, tighten the bolts a little bit. I know, again, we could clean this up. We could, like, move this up to here and move this over here, but then the problem is the water would eventually escape. So I don't mind having a little bit of extra. I think it's fine. A little bit of overage. You know, most factories, you know, have that little bit of waste overage, right? So I think it's fine. But yeah, there we go. That was some Minecraft today. Alright, so tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'll be on camera again, of course. I don't know what I'm gonna play. I don't know if I'll do another Spookum. Maybe a VR Spookum, I'm not sure. I'll have to see. I need to go through my list again. Oh, yeah. Before I go, I won't be here on Thursday. I'm going to be away on Thursday. I'm actually going to go do some Halloween stuff. There's an amusement park about an hour and a half away that completely decks itself out for Halloween. They have some haunted houses and some haunted experiences, and we're going to do that on Thursday, because it's kind of the last week we can do it anyway. So yeah, I won't be here on Thursday because we'll be here all day. So it's going to be a bit of a short week. Sorry about that, but yeah, I'm going to do some Halloween stuff. But like I say, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. We might do more Minecraft, or we might do a spook. Just depends on how I'm feeling, and it depends on what there is. But yeah, should be on camera tomorrow. So, okie dokie, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hope you guys had a good time. Appreciate y'all being here. I'll return tomorrow with something. So have a great night, guys, and I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Night, everyone. I'm waving and you can't even see it. Night, everyone.